Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A crossbow bloodbath survivor has relived her own horror as she begged politicians to finally toughen up soft laws in the wake of the Bushy triple tragedy. Terrified Laura Sugden, 33, played dead after being shot by a lunatic neighbor who murdered her boyfriend in their own home in 2018. Anthony Lawrence, 55, pulled out bricks dividing their loft space before lying in wait in a child's bedroom armed with a deadly bow. After fatally wounding Shane Gilmer, 30, Lawrence fired at point-blank range into Laura's skull, where a part of the bolt today still remains. She fled her home in Duffield, East Yorks, after pleading the crazed killer for the life of her unborn daughter. Laura told how nightmares of the brutal attack this week came flooding back after the horrific killings of BBC star John Hunt's family in Bushy, Hertfordshire. She said she was sick to the stomach upon learning of the deaths of John's wife Carol, 61, and their two daughters Hannah and Louise, 25 and 28. Council worker Laura said, "I was at home, working, and one of my friends sent me a message saying, 'Have you seen the news?' I looked and I immediately just felt sick to my stomach. It brought it all back. I was just heartbroken. Like them, I was in my own home. A place of safety. So I know how frightened they must have been." Shane knew he was going to die, just like those poor women would have done. The thought that those three people had to endure something as barbaric as that, it's just unbelievable. It's indescribable. I've been really upset about it. It brought it all back for me and I just feel desperately sorry for the family. Oddball Lawrence crept across shared loft space between their homes in Driffield, East Yorks, in January 2018, intent on murder. The former Territorial Army squad guy blamed them for his eviction after he was caught growing cannabis. Lawrence, described as a loner and a recluse, had secretly listened in on the couple's conversations after planting a bug. Laura, who was pregnant, miraculously survived the attack after pulling the arrow from her head. But the bolt fired as Shane passed through his right arm, damaging his liver and kidney as it embedded in his spine. Lawrence evaded justice by fleeing, sparking a nationwide manhunt. He was found in a lay-by in the North Yorks moors 2 days later, having taken his life. Laura, who is to have an operation to remove the remaining piece of the bolt in the coming weeks, said of Shane's last moments, "He told me, 'If you don't keep you and the baby safe, I'll never forgive you.'" Against all odds, Laura gave birth to daughter Ella Faith, now 6, in June 2018. She said, "The pain of losing Shane never goes away. There's not a day in the past 6 years when I haven't thought about what happened. I try and just live for the day. Some days are good, some are bad, it's just about getting through each one. I genuinely believe that I'll never have a day where I don't think about it. I can't imagine waking up and it not being one of my first thoughts. There was a time when they thought Ella wouldn't make it. But she's a character and she's exactly like her dad, actually. She looks like him and she acts like him. So she's like a constant reminder of him and she gives me a new lease of life. Obviously there's a lot of sadness when there are milestones and Christmases, but she's so precious to me. She keeps me going." Since losing Shane, Laura has campaigned relentlessly for increased regulation of crossbows. Despite their fearsome ability to maim and kill, the vicious weapons are not illegal to own in the UK. Under 18s cannot own them and they cannot be wielded in public or used for hunting. But there are no licenses or registrations needed to purchase the weapons, which are meant for use at archery target ranges. Laura said, "They're as powerful as a shotgun but they can be fired from a lot further away. The impact of them can be catastrophic. I think what surprises people is they don't look like how you'd imagine. They're not like a traditional curved bow and arrow. They look terrifying, like a piece of machinery. Some are the size of a pistol." Since Shane's murder, crossbows have been linked to at least 7 deaths, including the tragic family of horse racing commentator Mr. Hunt. Despite promises to get tough by ministers, little has been done to see